Hello, Math 1 focused students. Flip it around here. We're again working in Unit 3. This time we're going to be, not evaluating, we're going to be simplifying algebraic expressions, all right? That's what this video is going to be about. So here's an algebraic expression, an example. And why is this an expression? Because it doesn't have an equal sign. It's not an equation. If it had an equal sign, it'd be an equation. And then what makes it an algebraic expression? Well, it's because it's got variables. The letters are called variables. So this is, if it was just numbers, it'd be a numerical expression. And you'd use order of operation to get that. Now this is called an algebraic expression. Right? Algebraic expression. So there's nothing to simplify here. This is just 3a plus 7c plus 10. So we're just doing vocab right now. Your coefficients are the numbers to the left of the variables. It's the numbers that the variables are getting multiplied by. This is actually 3 times a plus 7 times c, and then plus 10. So the a is getting multiplied by 3, so one coefficient is 3, and that's positive 3. And the other coefficient is 7, and it's actually positive 7, right? So your coefficients are 3 and 7. Now your constant is, if you have a number all by itself, like plus 10 or minus 1, that'd be called a constant. And this is what kind of 10? Well, it's actually positive 10. It's 10. Now, if that was minus 10, I'd call that negative 10. And then how many terms are there? Well, the terms are linked together by the pluses and minuses. So you have 1, 2, 3 terms. There's 3 terms in this. This whole thing is called an algebraic expression. Now, your variables are easy. That's your a and your c are your variables. A and C are your variables. So that's kind of the vocab. This whole thing is called an algebraic expression. It's made up of 3 terms. The terms are linked together by pluses and minuses. The letters are called variables, and the numbers that the letters are being multiplied by are called coefficients. And a number all by itself is called a constant, or when a term is just a number, that's a constant. So here, now we're going to combine like terms, and we'll talk about what our answer is. So like terms, they're identical except for their coefficients can be different. So here's 4a. Is there any other term that has an a in it? Yeah, 2a. This is 4a plus 2a. You look to the left to see if that's plus 2 or minus 2. So what's 4a plus 2a? Those add up to 6a. And then these 2 terms are like, they both have m's in them. So this is like 7 monkeys plus 6 monkeys. This is 4 alligators and 2 alligators is 6 alligators. 7 monkeys and 6 monkeys would be 13 monkeys. Now you can't add and call that 19 alligator monkeys. That wouldn't make any sense. This is just 6 alligators and 13 monkeys. That's what you got. So don't go any farther and call that 19 alligator monkeys. That wouldn't make any sense. Okay? So here, you try this one. So hit pause, do it, and you usually go alphabetical. Do the smallest letter in the alphabet first, then the next letter, save your constants for last. So hit pause. I'm going to go. So here's my first letter in the alphabet is 7A, and there's nothing else that has an A. And you can just like maybe cross that out if you want. And then here's my C's. And if this term, if this doesn't have a coefficient, there's a 1 there. If there's nothing there, there's a 1 there. So this is 3C plus 1C. 3 cobras plus 1 cobra would be 4 cobras. So this is 4C. And then these are just constants. 8 plus 4 is 12. So here's my algebraic expression. It has 3 different terms. My variables are a and c. My coefficients are 7 and 4, and my constant is 12. And you put them alphabetical. Right? This one only has 2 terms, doesn't have a constant. There's no term that's just a variable. My coefficients are 6 and 13. Right, try this one. Hit pause. So I'm gonna go alphabetical. 2a plus 4a is 6a. And I'm gonna use 2 tick marks for my c's. 3c plus 5c. 3 cobras plus 5 cobras, that's 8 cobras. And then here's my constants. 10 plus 3 is 13. So I put plus 13. And there it is. 3 terms. Here's my constant is 13. My coefficients are 6 and 8. My variables are a and c. And I'm done. They go alphabetical. Your constant goes at the end. I can't add these up. I can't add 6 alligators and 8 cobras and get 14 alligator cobras. That doesn't make any sense. So here, this time we're going to distribute, then combine like terms. So each of these are going to get multiplied by 4. So I like doing, and just do my little arcs. So I make sure I multiply each of these by 4. When a number is next to a parentheses, that means times. And so in this case, you know, I'm gonna multiply each of these by 4. So 4 times 3a is, just 4 times 3 is 12a. And then 4 times 7 is 28, and that's just going to be positive 28. And then bring down your plus 6a and your plus 3, and away you go. You distribute first, and then you combine like terms. All of this is called simplifying. And that's what eventually I'm going to call it. I'm just going to call it simplifying. But right now, you're distributing, then you're combining like terms. So I'm going to go alphabetical. I'm going to go for the terms that have variables, and they're both a's. So 12a plus 6a, 12 alligators plus 6 alligators would be 18 alligators. And then just 28 plus 3 is positive 31. So that's just 18a plus 31. 31 is my constant, that's right, and 18 is my coefficient, that's right. A is my variable. How many terms are in this? 2, and this whole thing's called an algebraic expression. So here, try this one. You get to distribute here, and then combine like terms. So hit pause and do it. I'm going to do my little arcs. You don't have to. It's just my little, take my time, my little mnemonic device. I'm going to multiply both these by 3. I'm going to multiply both of these by 6. So 3 times 2a is 6a. 3 times 4c is, that's positive 12c. 6 times 5 is, what kind of 30a? Well, it's going to be positive 30a. And 6 times 2c is positive 12c. I'm just keeping everything positive, so we haven't done integers yet. So I've done all my multiplying. Now I'm going to go alphabetical. Well, here's 6 alligators and here's 30 alligators. And so that's going to be 36 alligators. Then here's 12 cobras and 12 more cobras. Well, that's going to be plus 24 cobras. All right, and I'm not going to have 60 alligator cobras. I just got 36a plus 24c. All right, 2 terms, no constant. My coefficients are 36 and 24. My variables are a and c. All right, well this time I'm going to call it just simplifying the algebraic expression, which is you distribute first, and then you combine like terms. This time there's 3 different terms inside the parentheses, so I have to multiply, multiply, multiply. I have to multiply 3 times. I have to multiply, 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 multiply 3 times. So hit pause and do it. There it is. Hit pause and do it. I'm going to go. So 7 times 2a is 14a. 7 times 4m is 28m. 7 times 5 is 35. It's a lousy 3. All right, now I'm going to multiply each of these by 3. So 3 times 5a is, that's plus 15a. You got to put a plus or minus in between there. If everything's positive, it's just going to be pluses. 3 times 2 is, that's going to be plus 6m. And 3 times 6 is plus 18. Now, alphabetical. 14a plus 15a. You got 14 alligators and 15 alligators. That's 29 alligators. You got 28 monkeys and 6 monkeys. That's going to add up to plus 34 monkeys. And then you got 35 plus 18. These are just constants. 35 plus 18 adds up to, offside if you need to, adds up to 53. There are 3 terms in this algebraic expression. My constant is 53. My coefficients are 29 and 34. My variables are a and m. Hope you got that. All right, so hit pause and do it. I'm going to get going. So I'm going to multiply each of these by 5. That's 10m plus 30p. I'm going to multiply each of these by 3. That's 12m plus 21p. And I'm just going to bring down my 8m. So I've distributed. Now I'm going to combine like terms. I'm going to look for my lowest letter in the alphabet. My m's come before p's. I'm going to underline them. 22 plus 8 is 30, or you can go 20 plus 10 is 30. But anyways, you get 30m. And then my p's. I'm going to use 2 tick marks so I keep them visually. I can just visually see, oh, these are like 30p plus 21p is 51p. If I have 30 pandas and 21 pandas, I have 51 pandas. I can't add these up and get monkey pandas. My answer is just 30m plus 51p. There's 2 terms in this algebraic expression. There is no constant. My coefficients are 30 and 51. This means 30 times m. This means 51 times p. Later on, when we go to evaluate, if I give you, say m is 10 and p is 2, you just multiply up by, substitute in 10 and times, and substitute in 2 and times, and add. And we'll be doing that in the near future here in the next one. Right here. Here's a tougher one. You can handle this, so copy and try. Only got 2 to go here. I'm going to go. And you can do this. What's half of 6a? Well, that's 3a. You just divide by 2. And then what's half of 8c? That's 4c. Now I'm going to multiply each of these by 3. And that's 12a plus 15c. And now I'm going to combine like terms. 3a plus 12a. That's 15a. And then 4c plus, oops, 2 tick marks. 4c plus 15c is 19c. And so my simplified algebraic expression is 15a plus 19c. No constant, 2 terms. My variables are a and c. My constants are, or my coefficients are 15 and 19. Last one here, no distributing. So simplify the algebraic expression. Hit pause and do it. I'm going to go 7a, put a 1 there. 7a plus 1a is 8a. Put a 1 here. 2m minus 1m is 1m. It's positive, so I just put plus m. If you want to put a 1 there, you can. You don't have to. And then 8 minus 5. 8 minus 5 is 3. And it's positive 3. And so there's my simplified algebraic expression. My constant is, 3. There are how many terms? 3. This whole thing's called a algebraic expression. My coefficients are 8 and 1. My variables are a